fine. Because sometimes I hit the streaming button and then I have to hit the go live button, and then I've explained this in my first 2 live streams. Anyways, we should be live now. We should be good. I just want to head straight into it. Don't waste any of your time. Yes, we are live. We're good. I do want to make sure that we have the chat up and everything, just in case. But yeah. Here's this. I don't really need this up currently. We should be good. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. I was talking about what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about my preseason thoughts, my week 1 predictions, and that's pretty much it. And then fantasy football. I just drafted my team. I'm pretty excited about the team. Pretty excited. I don't know if I'm going to win. I'm not fully confident in my team, but I do like it. There's a lot of high upside. I'll tell you that. Let's get straight into my preseason thoughts. Let's start with the Eagles first, because today we just cut down to our 53-man roster. A lot of the moves I was good with. There was nothing really, nobody we cut I was like, oh man, maybe Eli Ricks, but also it's Eli Ricks. But yeah, as usual, Tanner McKee's the GOAT. He's great. He's always been great. The year we drafted him, we put him in a preseason game, and I said, yeah, this is my guy. I love him. He reminds me of Carson Wentz, honestly. Good luck on the Vikings, Carson. Didn't work out for us, but yeah. Tanner McKee is my GOAT. I love him so much, and if Hurts goes down, which he did last year, or at least for a game, I love Tanner McKee. And I think he could carry this team to a Super Bowl win would be awesome. But then I know the allegations will be Hurts is the system quarterback, game manager. Stupid. Honestly stupid. But whatever. Anyways, Tanner McKee's the GOAT. Cornerback 2 position, I don't love anybody. I think Coop is fine, obviously. I'm not talking about Coop. I'm talking about the outside corner. You could move Coop to outside corner, which would be fine. But I like where he was, and I think he did a really great job. But outside corner, I think will be fine between Mac McWilliams, Ja'Cory Bennett, and Keely Ringo, I believe. One of those guys should be able to fill that spot. One of the guys should definitely be able to fill that spot. Maybe not, though. I think, people were saying, oh, we could have kept Isaiah Rodgers. I don't love that idea. I didn't love Isaiah Rodgers. I think somebody can fill his role out of those 3 guys and do basically the same thing as him. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm so wrong, and I'm going to be pissed off, and I'm going to be like, we should have kept Slay. We should have kept Isaiah Rodgers. But we'll just have to see. I love, and I didn't at first just because I wanted in the draft. I wanted James Pierce Jr. I think he's going to be great. I just loved the way he played the game, and I loved the way he would have fit into our defense. But Jahad Campbell looks good, and I cannot wait to see him alongside Zach Bond, and that 1-2 punch is going to be nasty. And when Nakobe Dean comes back from injury, oh my gosh, deadly. And then you can put Jahad Campbell at edge rusher. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I can't wait to watch those 3. And then alongside of that, Jalen Hunt at edge rusher, Nolan Smith at edge rusher, and Jeremiah Trotter Jr. at linebacker. Are you kidding me? Man, I love our league. It is insanely good. The depth is crazy. Anything else? I'll come back to that. There's a few injuries before the season. Not looking great. I'm good with A.J. Brown. He seems like he's fine. I think he'll be good. I think a few of our injured guys that we didn't play or we're a little cautious about, it's more about just being cautious, that's all. I think most of our guys are going to be fine. And I think Landon Dickerson is going to be fine too. It sucks that he got hurt, but he should be back by week 1. And if he's not, he'll be probably back by week 2. He was walking around a day after his surgery, his knee surgery, carrying like 30 pounds of beer, just walking around, just chilling. Okay. But you gotta love it. Him eating that Uncrustable behind, I think it was Mylata, I believe. I don't know. In that one interview during preseason, that was great. But I don't have any huge concerns on offense, which is absolutely fantastic. Maybe wide receiver 3, but we have a really good stack of wide receivers that I really like. Darius Cooper made the 53-man roster, which is great. He balled out with Tanner McKee, and I would love to watch him ball out in the regular season. I would love to watch him play, and maybe he's going to be great. Maybe he's going to be a great wide receiver 3, and that would be awesome. I like Jahan Dotson a lot, but to get somebody like Darius Cooper in there and he does great, that would be awesome. You gotta love those stories like that. This is the thing I don't want to talk about. The trades and the offseason moves, most of them are fine. A lot of them are not, though. We should not have gotten rid of C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And maybe I'm crazy for saying that because you have Sidney Brown. I don't love Sidney Brown. And you have Andrew Mukuba. Mukuba got hurt is my only concern with Mukuba. But I love the type of player he is just because he's like C.J. Gardner-Johnson. If he lives up to anything that C.J. Gardner-Johnson did, then I will be fine with Andrew Mukuba. My only complaint is that is a very risky way of playing, and I want stability. I really want stability, and you really don't have that. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Well, overall, I think you should have kept C.J. Gardner-Johnson. The trade didn't work out because then you gave back another pick, and like Kenyon Green you just cut, and it's like, okay, and there you go. You got nothing basically for C.J. Gardner-Johnson except for a switch of a pick, which is terrible. You got to get more out of that. Kenyon Green was not good, so it sucks. But on top of that, you needed to keep Mekhi Becton or at least C.J. Gardner-Johnson. That just pisses me off. I really like Mekhi Becton. It was getting late in the season. I was like, oh, maybe we're going to keep Mekhi Becton. And then we didn't. And it was like, all right, there's a hole on your offensive line, and you still have the hole. You signed back Fred Johnson, which is really cool. I really like him. But we'll have to see if we're going to be good enough. I think we'll be fine. So now let's move on to my NFC preseason thoughts. Jackson Dart could be a solid starter this season if Russell Wilson doesn't work out. I think Jackson Dart might actually be a better option for the Giants just because he's younger, and I just think he would be a better option. Not that he's a better quarterback than Russell Wilson. I just think you need something fresh. I don't know. And maybe you give him a year to develop, and that would be great. I just don't think realistically that's going to happen. So as an Eagles fan, I'm not excited for Jackson Dart. As a football fan, I'm excited for Jackson Dart. I think it'd be a lot of fun to watch him play because he did great in the preseason, which is cool. Speaking of also within the NFC East, big overpay for Terry McLaurin. But he's dealt with so much crap with that team. He deserves it. He deserves that kind of money. Not skill-wise. I don't think he deserved that much. But also it's like, it could have been worse. It really could have been worse. You could have paid your quarterback $60 million a year. Dak. But yeah. Speaking of the Cowboys, we have good old Michael Parsons. Oh man, I love Jerry Jones. He just looked depressed. I feel bad for the guy, honestly. I hope he gets out of there. He was laying on a freaking table during preseason, just like Dak's messing around with everybody, whatever. He's getting paid $60 million a year. Could he carry less? No. And he just looked depressed. It was just honestly really sad. So the NFC West just feels so weird. Not even like people are all bad or people are all good, and I don't know how to feel. They're just they're mid. They're mid. That you have nobody like transcending, and then you have nobody like digressing. It's like, okay, the Rams. Yes, Stafford's on his last like ligament of it in his like arms and legs and everything is bad. Like his whole body's like decomposing. I love Stafford. I really do. I think he's top 10. He's definitely a top 10 quarterback, top 7 quarterback. He's great. But like, I don't know. I don't think there's a team in that division that can even get into the second round of the playoffs. And it is the Rams if it is anybody. But you're really hanging on Stafford, and if he goes down, you're cooked. You're done. Your season's done. Which would really suck. And you can say that for any team, but yeah, that team's really relying on Stafford. And again, I'm not preying on it. I don't want it to happen at all. But it just feels inevitable for CMC to get hurt. It just feels inevitable. And maybe he's only out for a few games, whatever. But his injuries are racking up, and they did last season. And, like, this whole thing, he went to Germany to go get surgery. Like, I don't know how much of it was true or any of it was true or whatever. But he just, his Achilles, and it's like, this dude's getting older. And if he's still getting this hurt, it's not a good look. It's really not. But yeah. And then in the South, none of the teams are good. But I love some of the players. Baker, Egbuka, Evans, Bryce Young, Tet McMillan, Bijan, Drake London. But none of these teams are going to amount to anything this year, and maybe not for the next few years. I think we will see eventually one team emerge. I'll tell you what, it's not the Saints, though. Sorry, Kellen Moore, I love you. But you got to stop, we got to stop losing our offensive coordinator. Just come back, please. It just sucks. But anyways, the North is going to be super competitive, but it's not going to go the way you think it's going to go. I think the Bears are going to go all the way up. Maybe not all the way up. The Vikings, I think, are going to win the division. I think the Bears are going to finish second. And I think the Lions are going to finish third, and the Packers are going to finish fourth. And I just think it's because of one man, and his name is Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson, and I know as an Eagles fan, losing your offensive coordinator is incredibly important. And I don't think people should take it lightly. And I think that's the only reason why the Lions are being questioned. And they could win their division. They could go win the Super Bowl this year, to be honest with you. Their team's great. It's just like putting all the pieces together. That's it. That's what our team was in 2023, 2024, or whatever. That's just how it went. We went 10-1 and then lost our next five of our next six or whatever. It just was not good. But knowing my luck, the Bears are going to suck again as usual. And knowing the Bears' luck, they will suck too. And the Lions are going to be great, just knowing me. I love J.J. McCarthy. I just love him. I think he's really cool. I think he's great. And I'm excited. And I don't think he's going to bring Justin Jefferson's, JJ. I don't think he's going to bring down Justin Jefferson's efficiency at all. Let's go to the AFC. I love the Broncos to make a deep playoff push this year. I love the Broncos this year, if you can't tell. I really want to get Bo Nix in my other fantasy league. I did not get him in mine, but we'll get to that in a second. And maybe they win the division over the Chiefs. I doubt it's going to happen, but I would love for that to happen. Their defense is crazy good. I love Bo Nix. I think RJ Harvey is going to be really fun to watch. I like J.K. Dobbins, Cortland Sutton, Evan Ingram. Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting. And people really like Pat Bryant, Marvin Mims. I just don't know enough about the Broncos, honestly, but I just really like their vibes, honestly. It's a vibe thing, so they're probably not going to be good. But yeah. Getting Josh Allen a true wide receiver one would do wonders, but also I think you got to focus on the play calls and the defense. I don't think getting him a true wide receiver one is going to do anything, honestly. You got to focus on those play calls and defense, but it would be really cool to get him a true wide receiver one, but it's just not going to happen. The Dolphins just feel like a disaster waiting to happen. It's just so sad because, Tyreek Hill, love Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Devon A-Chain, Tua, meh. I think he just plays way too risky. I just watch games, and I think I had Devon A-Chain on my team last year in fantasy and whatever. It was just watching Tua, and it's like, he looks like he's trying to get himself hurt. And I really feel bad for the guy, honestly. But you just can't do that. And hopefully he's going to be fine this year. But that team just feels like a disaster waiting to happen. I just feel like they're going to crash and burn, and that's just going to it's going to be how it's going to be. And I feel like I don't even know, they're Mike something, Mike Dan, or I don't know. he's going to get fired. He's going to get fired this year. That's my guess. Every year I feel like I want to like the Jets. I really do. And then I'm like, this isn't going to work out. It really isn't. And saying that and looking at my fantasy team, I'm a little concerned. But yeah. The Pats could be that sneaky wildcard team that sneaks in at 7 and then gets kicked out by the Bills. Because the Bills are going to be the 2nd seed under the Chiefs. And then they're going to kick out the 7th seed with these. And then that's going to be another quarterback on the Josh Allen checklist. Oh, this quarterback wasn't good enough that he beat this quarterback. And then he lost to this good quarterback. It's like, yeah, I get there's a consistency, which isn't great. But when you finish 2nd every year, you're going to play some bad quarterbacks in the wildcard round. And then you're going to play a great quarterback in the next round. So hopefully they don't finish 2nd, honestly. Maybe they'll finish 3rd and won't have to play as good or a better quarterback. That way they can ramp up into that 2nd round of the playoffs. But we'll see. The South is that division that is just going to suck. I feel like there's going to be a new head of the division soon. It's not going to be this season, but I feel like you're going to, there's going to be a team at the end of the year that you're going to feel and you're just going to be like, yeah, that team's going to win the division next year. Because I don't think the Texans are sustainable. I like C.J. Stroud. I like Nico Collins. It's just not sustainable. It's really not. And it's really unfortunate, but it's just not sustainable. That offensive line is horrendous. And you really got to build that up. And they kind of did this year. But I don't think it'll make much of a difference. So we'll have to see. And their running backs aren't great. Joe Mixon just got hurt. He's got a foot injury out for the first 4 games. And when you start slow like that, it's not good. And maybe they won't start slow. Maybe they'll be fine. I think they'll win the division. But yeah. Bengals will make the playoffs this year. I just don't think they can escape those defensive struggles. I don't think they can do it. And maybe I'm just being negative, but I just don't think they can. The Steelers are going to suck. They're going to be carried through their defense, and I feel like everybody expects this, but not carried enough. I think they're going to finish under 500, and this was my hot take in my hot takes last 2 live streams ago, was that Mike Tomlin is going to retire because he's finishing under 500. And maybe I'm crazy. I just don't like Aaron Rodgers. I don't like him throwing a DK. I feel like he's going to avoid DK like he avoided Garrett Wilson. And I know he avoided Garrett Wilson because I was watching my fantasy team suffer because I was like, Garrett Wilson's going to be awesome with Aaron Rodgers. And it just did not happen. I was like, he's the only good wide receiver here. Just throw it to him. And he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't throw to Garrett Wilson. And then he gets a highlight catch and, everything's fine. No, it's not fine. Whatever. Let's go on to my week 1 predictions. All right, let's go. Come on. Who we got? Week 1, NFL is back, baby. How we feeling about it? How we feeling? We got our first game. Eagles got the first game this season. I'm excited. And we're not going away to freaking Brazil. Thank gosh. Who comes out with this win? Come on. It's Philly. We're going to win this game. There's no reason that we're going to lose this game. Literally no reason at all. It's going to be close. I think they're going to make it way too close. If Micah Parsons doesn't play, I don't know if it's going to be close, honestly. But I think it's going to be close. Just because that's the kind of game we play. We love playing it close, especially with divisional rivals. That's just how it is. But we'll see. I'm so stoked for that game. I don't think it'll truly hit me until I see the players on my screen. I'm like, oh my gosh, football's back. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. I've been watching some preseason games and that's been fun. But yeah, it's a whole different experience. Chiefs Chargers, and with the way I think the Chiefs are gonna do, I have the Chiefs winning. Unfortunately, I do think, honestly, the Chiefs have a chance to lose the division to the Broncos. I don't think they're going to lose to the Chargers. And I think the Chiefs will lose to the Chargers this year. Because I don't think the Chiefs are going to be insanely good this year. I think they'll be good, but I don't know how good. So we'll have to see. And then we got this trash game. We have the Dolphins and the Colts. Daniel Jones starting quarterback. Early season Dolphins in the warm weather, Give me the Dolphins. I forgot to put the Chiefs away. We're on point today. But give me the Dolphins. I think Tyreek Hill is going to have a great touchdown. We're going to see Devon Achane score a bunch. Jalen Waddle might get a touchdown, whatever. But yeah, I don't really know what to say. It's going to be them. Anyways, first week, everybody's going to overreact because the Steelers are going to win against the Jets, and the Jets are going to suck. And it's going to be really sad. But Steelers, their defense is just going to they're going to pick off Justin Fields. I can tell you that for a fact. And then they're going to they're just going to play fine, honestly. And it's not going to be close. I don't think it's going to be close. But yeah. And then we have the Jags and the Panthers. Jags and Panthers, fun game. I think this is going to be a really fun game, and I think it's going to be close. I think the Jags do sneak it out because I think the Panthers are going to start to try to get a feel for the offense. And I think the Panthers have a chance at winning that division this year. But maybe not because of how bad the defense is. But we'll have to see. I like Ted McMillan. I think he'll be really fun. But I just also like Liam Cohen with the Jags. Duval. Come on. It's great. It's great. You love the Duval. But yeah. And then we have the Cardinals versus the Saints. Come on. Starting quarterback, Spencer Rattler. And I remember I said in a video or whatever, Spencer Rattler last year. Does it really matter what his name is? I'm sorry. He's not a good quarterback. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know why we did not draft a quarterback higher or I don't know. I don't know what the thought process was. The Cardinals are winning with ease. What do we have next? We have the Giants and Commanders. This game's going to be close. This game's going to be really close because of how good I think that Giants defense is going to be. But I think Russ is going to blow it, or Jaden Daniels is just going to lock it in the end, and Commanders are going to win. It's just very, very simple. That's just how it's going to go. And then we have the Buccaneers and the Falcons. Again, another very close game. I think Bijan's going to do great. I think Drake London's going to do great. This is going to be probably maybe not the highest scoring, just because I'm looking at the games I'm seeing right now. It's going to be one of the highest scoring games this week. And it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Because we're going to have the Bucs beating the Falcons, but this is going to be a battle, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I can already tell you. And I know I'm going to be wrong about that because of how excited I am, but yeah. And then we have the Browns Bengals. I'm not saying Joe Flacco. Love you, Joe Flacco. Honestly, my second favorite team is the Ravens, because I like purple when I was a kid, and I was like, that's my second favorite team. And I said, okay. And I like Lamar now, so it's cool. I went from Joe Flacco to Lamar, and I was like, whoa, this is sick. 49ers versus Seahawks. Again, another close one, division game. I'm going to give it to the 49ers just because I think CMC is going to be fine in week one. And I think Sam Darnold needs a minute to adjust to this offense. And Brock Purdy's just going to get it to Ricky Pearsall, George Kittle, CMC, and it's going to be an easy win. And I feel like they always have the Seahawks number, no matter how good or how bad they are, and Kyle Shanahan. So, yeah. Then we have the Titans and the Broncos. Again, said I like the Broncos, so we're going to give it to the Broncos. I like the Broncos. And I think Cam Ward needs a minute to warm up, especially against this really, really good Broncos defense. I hope he doesn't lose confidence after week one, which would really suck. Because that's a really hard matchup to go against week one. So, good luck. Hopefully Bo Nix starts slow for you. Cam Ward, good luck. That's all I'm saying. Don't throw it to Pat Surtain. That's all. Do not throw it to Pat Surtain. Okay? Find somebody else. Oh, that's going to suck for Calvin Ridley. Yikes. Anyways, then we have the Lions and the Packers. Love this game. I think this game is going to be a lot of fun. Again, another high-scoring game. I'm going to give it to the Lions. We're going to be fine starting off. I think the Packers need to make sure Jordan Love gets it to Matthew Golden and Tucker Kraft, and they run it with Josh Jacobs. But with all those wide receivers hurt, it's not looking good for them, especially. But if Jordan Love can find that connection with Matthew Golden, that's going to be insane. That'll be a lot of fun for them. And not drafting a wide receiver after that long and then getting one like that, that's a lot of fun. But I feel like they still need one like that premium wide receiver one. But yeah, again, I'm sorry, I'm talking about the Packers. The Lions are going to win. I feel like I don't have to say much about the Lions just because of how good their team should be, at least. Texans Rams, again, I was talking about that offensive line, Jared Verse. We saw him in the playoffs last year. He's nasty. And then I think Braden, which is also my name. I don't know his last name. I think he's an interior defensive lineman, I believe. He was nasty too. Or he was an offensive. I don't know. Anyways, I don't remember. That guy was nasty too. The two rookies that they had were really cool. But the Rams are going to be the Texans. I do like C.J. Stroud, and I like Nico Collins, but Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams and Kyron Williams, Matthew Stafford, if he's not hurt, great. Ravens, Bills. I want to give it to the Bills, but I'm going to give it to the Ravens. Why? I don't really know. Maybe it's because they're my second favorite team. We'll have to see. And then to end it, a really, really close match. Win it by a field goal, Vikings. I do think the Bears give them a run for their money. And I think it'll be a lot of fun watching that game. But yeah. It's cool. A cool matchup. I really like J.J. McCarthy. I'm excited to see how we go through it. But yeah, let's get rid of this graphic, and we're gonna be going. I want to make sure that I go to the right thing. I think it's that. Okay. We're gonna be doing right now. We're gonna be doing my rankings of what's it called? My rankings of. Just give me one moment. My rankings of my fantasy teams in my league. We're going to go from 10 to 1. Also want to make sure I have everybody's team up. But yeah, number 10. And thankfully, he's my opponent this week. We have my boy Big A. Sorry, Big A. We are drafting Lamar Jackson in the first round. Absolutely crazy. And then Brock Bowers in the second round. What are we doing? And guess what? I mean, he was late. So I mean, it doesn't even make a difference. He was late in the first round. So it means it took him all the way to get back. I don't even know what his third round pick was. Tyreek Hill, I guess. I hate the wide receiver room. I hate the running back room. I don't like James Cook or Nick Chubb. He had Travis Etienne in, and then he took him out. And maybe he's going to put him back in. Or maybe he trusts that Nick Chubb, because Joe Mixon's out for the first 4 weeks, that Nick Chubb is going to lock in, I guess. I don't know. I don't like DK. As I said before, I don't trust Rodgers. Rashee Rice, I think he's... maybe Tyreek Hill's the best wide receiver that week. I think Tyreek Hill's going to do good. I don't like DK, and I don't like Rashee Rice. And honestly, I don't like the Colts' defense against Miami. Boswell is fine. Lamar's great. Brock Bowers is great. But other than that, I hate the team, honestly, and I hate the depth. I think Travis Hunter's great. Tyrone Tracy, meh. Okay, this is where I'm like, he's trolling. Kyle Pitts. Okay, Michael Penix Jr. Keenan Allen. Travis Etienne, Joe Mixon. Okay. All right. So, yeah, no. Okay. All right. We're going back. What are we going back here? Yeah, so our next team, I'm really bad at trying to figure this out. I should have had everybody open. That would have been smart. Oh my gosh. Who's next? Okay. Have my boy this year. Drafted right next to Big A. Honestly. And it's like, okay, that's cool. We got my boy Glenn. So, Christian McCaffrey, I avoided. I don't like Christian McCaffrey. I'm sorry. And maybe he's fine week 1. Maybe he does great. I don't like him. Amari Hampton eventually is going to be fine. So it just feels like you're going to have a player that's going to do good, and then one player starting a little lower, and then it's going to rise, and you're going to meet in the middle of the season. Oh my gosh, everybody's great. This is awesome. And then you're going to be like, oh, Amari Hampton. Oh, Christian McCaffrey's hurt. And then you look to your depth, and it's like, DeAndre Swift, Tajay Spears, Jalen Warren. And I don't even love his wide receivers enough. Like, I love I love Amon-Ra's consistency. I like T. Higgins as a wide receiver too. Terry McLaurin I don't like. Marvin Harrison I don't like. Jordan Addison eventually is going to be fine. Unfortunately, I really like Tyler Warren. But yeah. Anyways, and Justin Herbert's fine. Brock Purdy, fine. T.J. Hawkinson, fine. You like the Steelers' defense, but meh. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. That team's okay. So who do we have next? Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm so disoriented right now. This is not good. This team? Yes. Okay. All right. Next up, we have my boy Ryan. Baker Mayfield. I think he's going to come down a little bit. I think you have to draft him too high. I think he's going to be fine. I think he's in that Brock Purdy range, honestly. He's fine. This team's good. And I kind of like his depth, but it's like, I don't love Mark Andrews. I don't love Baker Mayfield. Obviously, I love Jettas and Ladd. DJ Moore's a great flex. Tony Pollard could be good. Jawan Jennings maybe eventually. Jerome Ford, I don't think he's going to be great. Henderson, very risky as a running back too, especially with Devon A-Chain. I think you have to. Before I liked A-Chain, I did, and I was gonna draft him, and I was gonna be like, all right, I'll take the risk. If Tua gets hurt, I'm just gonna take that risk because of how good he is. But after he had that calf injury, I was like, maybe he's fine, maybe he's gonna be all good, but I don't want to risk that. And then like on top of that, you're gonna risk Devon A-Chain and Justin Jefferson, and it's like, yeah, I would draft Jefferson, but also drafting A-Chain on top of that, I'm like, no, it's just not worth it, honestly. Like, I would rather have somebody like Henry or have somebody like Jonathan Taylor. I would rather have Chase Brown, Bucky Irving, than take that risk on Devon A-Chain, honestly. But, I mean, if he's great, that's awesome. His team's good if his injuries and his rookies work out and everything's great that way. I like his team. Depth is okay. But yeah, not a lot of upside at depth, but sure, it's fine. Then who do we have up next? Okay, let's go over here. All right, let's go back, and then let's go here. Okay, here we go. This team, I like parts. I definitely like parts. It's my friend Carly. Jalen Hurts, obviously, I love. Again, maybe draft a little too high, but not really. No, I lied about that. I love Jalen Hurts there. Josh Jacobs, Chuba Hubbard, solid. CeeDee Lamb, solid. You do got to worry about the injury with T-Mac, Ted McMillan. I don't know. Tedero McMillan. I'm sorry. I don't know what he prefers or whatever. But yeah, Jerry Jeudy in the flex. I'm not a Jerry Jeudy guy. I'm really not, especially Joe Flacco and then Dylan Gabriel and no. George Kittle, obviously I like. Depth, I don't like. Brian Robinson, I don't like. Aaron Jones, I don't like. Josh Downs, I do like. Jake Ferguson, fine. Tyler Algier, fine. The rest of the squad, Ravens defense, solid. Jake Elliott, I love Jake the Make. I just kind of feel meh about this team. There's nothing crazy, but I mean, CeeDee Lamb's gonna produce, and you just gotta hope that Tedero McMillan produces and George Kittle is consistent. But yeah, especially if CMC gets hurt, then George Kittle, great. But yeah, I feel okay about this team. I don't feel crazy good. I just cannot remember the order. What do we got next? Okay. Oh no, I lied. I switched teams. No, did I switch teams? Okay, I did switch. Okay, Ryan and Carly, I switched. I had Ryan over Carly. Did I pick everybody right? Oh, okay. I misspoke. I did misspeak. Okay. So we have Big A's team. Then we have Glenn's team. And then we have right here, we have Jason's team. This is Jason's team. Joe Burrow's fine. Bijan, James Conner, okay. I really like Bijan, obviously. A.J. Brown, not consistent enough. Zay Flowers and Jalen Waddle is not it. Trey McBride's going to be great. So you really need Trey McBride, A.J. Brown, James Conner, and Joe Burrow to carry you every week. And you need at least 3 of them to carry you. And maybe that works for most of the time. But it's risky. It really is risky. And I don't like his depth either. Drake May, I do like. Trey Benson, good job at picking the backup in case James Conner does get hurt. He is a little older, so yeah, I really like Drake May. Caleb Johnson, I don't think it's going to emerge as anything. Jacoby Myers is requesting a trade, so I don't think, and because they just picked up Amari Cooper, I don't think Jacoby Myers is going to stay there very long. Isaiah Pacheco, meh. I mean, maybe that's the one player I've kind of like tuned out is Isaiah Pacheco, but I feel like he's going to do great, and I'm just going to feel stupid. But we'll have to see. But yeah, that team's number 3, I believe, to the bottom. So let me just make sure that you guys got this right. Okay, so Big A's 10th, Glenn's 9th, Jason's 8th, Carly's 7th, Ryan is 6th. Number 5. And I highly advised this team to not do what they were going to do. Because I knew it was going to happen. And I said, don't do it. And my girlfriend Sophie did it anyway. She picked Josh Allen number 1. She was not first overall pick. She was 10th. So it's not as bad. But you could have improved that wide receiver or running back room or tight end room a little bit. If you really want to go tight end that early. But I really wish she took Malik Neighbors, Ashton Genty. I think that would have been fire. That's what I advised her to do. It just did not happen for her. So she was 10. Josh Allen I like. Alvin Kamara and Kenneth Walker I think are going to be good. And especially because the fact that she got some really solid backup running backs. She got Will Shipley if Saquon goes down because of the Madden curse or whatever. Braylon Allen, which I really like. You're going to see why I am pissed she has Braylon Allen. Zach Charbonnet, if Kenneth Walker goes down, plug right in to Zach Charbonnet, and he's going to be great, and it's going to be fine. RJ Harvey, I think eventually by the time that she needs him, I think that RJ Harvey's going to get a great start. I like David Njoku. I think people are scared of Harold Fanning, but I don't think you really have to worry about Harold Fanning. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Harold Fanning's right. But I think David Njoku does pretty solid, and he's going to be fine. Xavier Worthy, I really like as a wide receiver 2. Cortland Sutton, I like as a wide receiver 3. Malik Neighbors, absolutely love. I think he could finish as the wide receiver 1. But getting Josh Allen was important for her, so that's what she did. And I don't know if she's going to win, but it's a pretty good team. It's a pretty good team. And if she tries to make some trades, maybe it works out for her. But we'll have to see. But yeah, I really wish she didn't pick Josh Allen, but she wanted Josh Allen. And we have another league, so I don't know why she didn't just wait. I told her not to do it, but she did it anyways. Next up is a team that, I mean, I just don't know how I feel about them. I really don't. I don't know how I feel. I don't know. We have my team. This is my team. I picked at 7. The worst place. So you're thinking, okay, so who's your first and second pick. Okay, probably Puka Nacua at 1 at your first pick. Then what, Ashton Genty? Oh, wait. They let Drake London fall to me in the 3rd round, which I'm kind of pissed that I would have much rather, which they didn't, obviously. Right before me, they let Chase Brown fall before me. And I was like, are you serious? And then, right before me, I was like, oh my gosh, I get Drake London or Chase Brown. I was hoping Chase Brown, but I got Drake London. And I was like, I love Drake London. Drake London, Puka Nacua is fire. And if Puka goes down, got real faith in that. I have real faith in my wide receiver room. Puka Nacua, Drake London, Mike Evans, Roma Dunze, Matthew Golden, and Mika Egbuka. My wide receiver room is the best in this league. No doubt in my mind. It is crazy good. I'm just hoping eventually if I need help at running back or I can just make an upgrade at running back or tight end, I can go do that. I do like Tucker Kraft because I think this Green Bay offense will have to throw it to either Tucker Kraft, running with Josh Jacobs, or throw it to Matthew Golden. That's just going to be it. And Tucker Kraft is hopefully going to get some goal line work, or red zone work at least. Yeah, I love that. I love Tucker Kraft. I was trying to get Evan Ingram, didn't happen. Was trying to get Tyler Warren, didn't happen. So I stuck with Tucker Kraft. And Colston Loveland went, and I was like, okay. So we're gonna try to see if I can maybe go up to another better tight end. We'll have to see. Breece Hall is the one I don't feel great about, but he fell to me, and it was the last running back I felt okay with taking out my running back too. All the teams that don't have a running back that I value over Breece, I'm like, I don't like your team. So I don't know how I feel about Breece Hall. I'm hoping he's gonna get some really good work. We'll have to see, though. I do like Ashton Genty. That's why I need my team's called Silver Surfer after Ashton Genty. I really gotta hope my running backs do good because I'm a little scared. Because I might be having to sell Jaden Daniels, honestly. So we'll see. But my team, I like my team. I really do. And I like Jordan Mason. I like Jadon Blue. I am pissed. I was tired at the end of the draft. That's my only excuse. I took Jadon Blue over Braylon Allen, which I shouldn't have done because I could have got Braylon Allen and been like, I feel good. Even if Breece Hall goes down, then I have Braylon Allen. But I didn't do it. So I'm going to hope that Breece Hall starts up. Because if Breece Hall goes down, then I'm going to hope by that week that Jordan Mason takes the job over in Minnesota. Or I'm cooked. Because then I have to try to give up a wide receiver to go get a running back. Which I already think I want to try to do eventually. But I think Mike Evans is going to start out really hot. And I think he's going to stay hot. But I think I'll have to move him to try to get a better running back. So we'll see how that goes. I really don't know how I feel. But yeah. Okay. Now, that's enough of my team. It's enough of my team. Let's go to the next team. We have a team that kind of goes against all that I stand for, honestly. But they just kept letting guys fall to him, and it kind of pissed me off. And it was because that first, 4 or 5 picks, there was people who didn't know what they were doing, or usually just aren't good. So, what I'm talking about is Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. It's a stack. I really don't understand stacks, honestly, and maybe that makes me a really bad fantasy football player. But I don't fully... I get the concept, but I also don't love it, especially Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce just got engaged. Congrats. But yeah. Derrick Henry, Bucky Irving, I love, especially for the playoffs. Hopefully, I'm going to try to get Derrick Henry or Bucky Irving. And I know for a fact that Joselito is not going to watch this. It's my boy Joselito. I love Joselito. Bucky Irving, I love. Derrick Henry, I love. If Derrick Henry makes it to the playoffs, fantasy football playoffs, I'd really want to try to trade for him. And we're going to see if I can get it done. But, yeah. Wide receivers, I don't love. I do like Calvin Ridley, and I like Devontae Smith, but I don't love the wide receiver room. But the running back room paired with the wide receiver room, I kind of like. I just don't like, on top of that, I don't like Patrick Mahomes, and I don't like Travis Kelce. So we'll see. He did get Broncos defense and Brandon Aubrey because he did reach for them way too early. But yeah. Yeah, overall, that's fine. This is what pissed me off. He got Bill. He got Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. I really like him. Hopefully he doesn't do good because he's on his team. But I really like him. I like Bill. Rest of his depth, I do not like at all. Maybe Scattaboo, maybe Shakir eventually, maybe Brandon Ayuk eventually. But I don't love his depth. Is one of the main concerns with this team. Let's go back. Who do we have next? Okay, the guy that I thought he finished like 10th, or 8th last year, or something really bad. Honestly, I think he did really bad last year, and he's an idiot. But he picked 5th, and it was just absolutely beautiful. Every person he wanted to fall, every person he could have let fall, just fell to him. And this is why he's finishing at 2, is because I don't love Sam Laporta or Kyler Murray. But how are you going to let this man get Jahmyr Gibbs and Jonathan Taylor and Brian Thomas and Jackson Smith-Njigba and Devontae Adams? Oh, that's killing me. That really is killing me. He's a Seahawks fan, so he's got the Seahawks defense. Chase McLaughlin, I really like. David Montgomery, if Jahmyr Gibbs goes down. Running back depth, I don't love, but I mean it's fine. The depth is the main problem. If these people get hurt, he's cooked. If Kyler Murray or Sam Laporta don't support him, he might be cooked. But those running backs and those wide receivers are so good. I love Brian Thomas Jr. and I love Jackson Smith-Njigba. You do have some concerns with them. With Travis Hunter coming into that offense, he might not have potential to do that great. I think he's still going to be probably top 10 wide receiver. Jackson Smith-Njigba, I really wanted. You do have concerns with the play calls and everything. If he's getting that insane work, we'll have to see. But yeah, I don't love the depth. That's why I don't love the team. And then this is the guy that I finished. What did I just say? Don't. I'm cooked. My streaming career is over. It's over. I think I have to end stream after that. Why'd I say that? I meant to say the guy that I think is gonna finish number 1 over, like, gonna win the league. And my girlfriend said I think he's gonna win the league. And the more and more I look at his team, the more it pisses me off that I like him. I like him. Whoa, okay. My girlfriend's name is Sophie. Sophie, I'm sorry. And I know you say he's my boyfriend. He's not my boyfriend. Let's just go to a team. Let's just go to the team. This is Manny's team. My only people I don't like is Garrett Wilson and Kyron Williams. But I think they're going to do well enough that he's going to be fine because he got Saquon Barkley and Chase Brown. And on top of that, I love that. And I know I said I don't really understand stacks and everything. I love Bo Nix and Evan Ingram. I think that's awesome. And it really pisses me off. I wanted Bo Nix, but I was like, okay, Jaden Daniels fell to me at 4 in the 4th round. I have to pick him. But I really want Bo Nix. Hopefully in one of my other drafts I get Bo Nix. But yeah, and I really like Evan Ingram. But I don't love Kyron Williams, and I don't love Garrett Wilson, but I still think they're going to produce solid work. I just don't know if they're going to be great. So yeah, but the problem is he's got a team I'm like, and then he's got depth. He's got Tank Bigsby, who, if Travis Etienne, apparently there's trade rumors, which would be crazy for him because Tank Bigsby could be great. Ricky Pearsall, I really like, at least through the first few weeks with Ayuk out. And I think a bunch of the receivers out. I don't like Chris Olave at all. Jamison Williams. Oh, that's great to have on your bench. Bills defense, really good. I said I really like J.J. McCarthy. I don't know if he's going to be startable this season. So we'll see about that. But, man, I like his team. But, yeah, that's my rankings for the teams. And I think that's all we have for today, everybody. I do have another league drafting tomorrow. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, this live stream is coming up on 50 minutes, so I think that's a good place to end. I also have a dynasty draft, so I'll let you guys know how that's going in like 2 weeks after the season starts. I'll show you all my teams, give you all my information, I'm losing it, everybody. I'm gonna give you what my teams look like, how I'm doing. I'm going to be live streaming either that Saturday or Sunday. Hopefully, I'm sorry I haven't been live streaming on the weekends, but I've been trying to get at least one live stream a week. I was sick, so I'm sorry about that, especially if I sound nasally or congested or whatever. I'm fine now. I'm totally fine now. I'm just dealing with the after effects, which suck. But yeah, that's all we have for today. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. But yeah, next stream, if tomorrow, there could be a Doomsday updated casting announcement. There was rumors about that. Probably not going to happen. But if it does happen, I will be live streaming. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. We'll be talking about Avengers Doomsday, all the castings, and maybe there's a group of chairs. Maybe it's just one full announcement again, which is kind of what I'm hoping for. It's not a bunch of chairs. I like the chairs. I wish I was starting live streaming during that, but I wasn't. But it's okay. There's going to be more really fun stuff for Doomsday and Spider-Man Brand New Day and all that. And the NFL starting, the Eagles, we going back to back, baby. All right? We're going back to back. I don't care about my concerns or whatever. Preseason thoughts. We're going back to back. We're going to figure it out. I trust Howie. Might make another trade. We'll have to see. But yeah, if you did enjoy, make sure to like button, subscribe, and smash right into that notification bell for the NFL season starting. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, make sure to have a fantastic day. And if you cannot have a fantastic day today, have a fantastic tomorrow. Have a fantastic day tomorrow. I'll catch you guys.